เขาดูกันฮัลโหลสวัสดีครับ
พี่โรสวัสดีครับ
เป็นยังไงบ้าง
ก็สบายดีครับ
สบายดีช่วงนี้ปิดเทอมใช่ไหมหรือว่าเปิดเทอมแล้วยังเนาะซัม
ยัง
เมอร์
ไม่เปิดครับ
เปิดวันที่เท่าไหร่
ใช่
เอ่ย
ครับเปิด27ครับ
27หมายถึงว่า27เดือนหน้านี่เหรอ27กร
เออ
กฎา
27 เดือนเนี้ยเลยครับ
อ๋อเหรออ๋อ I see เอ้าทำไมเปิดเร็วเปิดเร็วกว่าปกติอ่ะหรือว่าแบบยังไง
อ๋อก็มหาลัยก็ส่วนใหญ่เปิดประมาณนี้ครับ
27เดือนนี้ใช่ไหมฮะอ๋ออ่ะโอเคนะฮะ อยู่ที่หน้านี้ปะหน้านี้อ่านเลยไปได้ยังพี่จำไม่ได้6.1
ยัง
น่า
ครับยัง
ใช่น่าใช่ alright so for today class we are going to cover 42 questions here right I know maybe first two questions here alright so we can see from the first one first okay more and more farmers and food manufacturers right alright second
yes
so you can see from this one, okay, 6.1. Okay, again, right? So more and more farmers and food manufacturers are genetically modifying their crops to reduce susceptibilities to the disease. Okay, so it means that it prevents some kind of like a harmful, right? Or even it might help some kind of like a GMO here. Uh-huh. Right, improve flavor and reduce cost actually. So do you think genetically modifying food is a good idea? So we can focus on the aspect of GMO here is that necessary to do so or not? Why not? And what you need to do is that you have to use specific reason. So I can say that just tell something from maybe relevant research or even especially for the area of your specialization. I mean like for medical report, things like that, right? Okay. So I'm going to let you prepare a bit for this kind of things, right? And then if you're ready, you can turn on the microphone here. Hmm?
โอเค Um, in my opinion, I think genetically modifying foods
Mm-hmm.
is quite a good idea because because it can help help the crops and
Yeah.
maybe animal to be to be more resistant to different environment, and this could lead to a more amount of food than before. As you can see from the news, there are many people nowadays that is die from starvation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that we need to increase the food by this ways to
Mm.
increase the crops production, and it may somehow solve the problem of starvation in many countries.
Uh-huh.
And also, if some may think that GMO cause side effect to human body,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as I know, the research conduct in many countries and many experiments
Yeah.
show that GMO doesn't cause any side effect to human. And although we may not know overall mechanism of GMO, but the research can be conducted by only seeing the result. Yeah, and the result show that um GMO doesn't cause any side effect to human. Yes.
So it means that you outweigh between pros and cons or benefit or the drawback from this kind of GMO. So it seems that it should be put into practices, right? Especially for medical medical research. For example, like you mentioned, malnutrition for poorer country, things like that, right? So it means that if we produce more and more for this kind of GMO, it can be substituted the way that we lack of food, things like that, right? Okay. So just because you mentioned that, yeah, anything that we can produce or even create something new. And when it comes to for like when it comes to having such a GMO here, right? What are possible negative consequences that may happen toward people who consume such GMO here? Mhm.
Well, I think that there isn't any negative effect
Mm.
to the human who consume GMO food because it's just a food that is genetically modified. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the same case as the the vaccine, COVID vaccine
vaccine.
that we take
Mhm.
nowadays.
I
Yeah, but
see. Mhm.
if I think of one, I think it will be more like a, a mental state of people who consume the GMO product. Like they may have a prejudice that GMO will cause side effect to them, so they may they may feel some fear
Mm.
of consuming this product.
I see. So just because it's not that, acceptable at all, right? For do like new things happen. So some people may feel that it is very dangerous or they're afraid of doing so or even having this kind of thing. So yeah, so great for your opinion here, right? Okay, good. Thank you so much for sharing here. I think it's
Okay.
good. All right, moving to a second question here. So you can see from the second part is that, okay, this one, right? A few decades ago, many family had half a dozen or more children. Half a dozen, it means that 6 to 5, things like that, right? Or more children here. And then nowadays, more and more families are choosing to have only 1 or 2 children. All right, and smaller families better than larger ones. So we can see from the like maybe let's say like single family, right? Okay, or even like extended family here. Why not? Why do you think that it is better than having lots of charge or lots of children here? And what you need to do is that state your position and support with your specific reasons why, right? Okay, so here we have to talk about why the trend has been changed and what are the factors contributing to do so. For example, like economic crisis, so we need to, limit a number of children in a single family, or even some kind of like some people say that it's hard to have lots of children in a family, things like that, right? So we have to, let's say, mention one or two things or factors, and then you can explore or even elaborate for more. Why do you think a smaller family much better than a larger one, right? Okay. All right, I'm going to let you prepare a bit for 5 minutes, and if you're ready, you can turn on the microphone there. Yeah.
In my opinion, I suppose that smaller family
Yeah.
are better than larger ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is because nowadays we have a lot of economic crisis
Mm-hmm.
that lead to many family don't have enough money to spend to improve
Um,
their child effectively. Yeah, for example, like if they have a lot of child, they need to pay for in intuition fees for a lot more, and many families can't afford to do that at this
mm-hmm. I
moment.
see.
So I think that having a smaller family is better, and moreover, having a smaller family means that the parents can take care of their child more effectively than the large ones because
Mm-hmm.
they can spend more time with each of their child more than having a large family. Yeah, and this can make the child grows to become
A
and
better person, right?
become a
Mm-hmm.
high quality
Mm-hmm.
person who can do some work. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you so much for your sharing here. So to me, I would say that I do support for a single family or nuclear family is much better than a larger or extended family one too. Just because I think maybe for my opinion, I would say that the first reason is that it seems to me that financial stability for those who have a single family can, remain stable. Is that right? So it means that if you don't have any problem with financial problem or even a financial crisis, financial stagnant, things like that, right? So it means that it can create or generate for more opportunity to have a better quality of life to their children or even father and mother can bring up a child in a proper way, right? So it means that it seems to me that I really support for those kind of like having a great financial support might lead to have just only for a single family. Another thing is that just because I do believe that for a single family, they can have like they can teach and bring up their children in a single way, right? So they can influence or even lead them to the right direction too. When it comes to have many people, many perspective, or even many way of bringing up the children in a different way when it comes to extended family, I would say that it might not so the children may not feel that is warm enough just because you can have a many ways to do so, right? So to me, I can say that behavior can be controlled to what the mom or dad teach and then lead to the right direction. When it comes to for more people lead you, it's kind of like confusing a bit. So I can say that for this one, single family must be better too. The last reason is that I would say that we cannot even deny that to those a single family can support or fully support for education or future education. Those who have just a single family, they can be affordable, right? And also that they can encourage their education in the next level or even higher and higher to get a degree. So this is very important when it comes to considering the way that extended family can be affordable here. Yeah, things like that, right? Okay, thank you so much for sharing here. Yep, good. Move ครับผม all right, so for this one, right? So shall we move to next one is that representative, right, of a credit card company can often be found 6.2, right, on college campus, right, campuses or university offer special incentive to get students to fill out credit card applications. So many people feel that it takes advantage, right, of students who are often low on cash during their college years. Others feel that it is an excellent way to help students begin to build a credit and learn financial responsibility. Great. And so, how do you feel about this issue, this problem, right? So, the first problem is that possible to give a credit card with special option or incentive here, maybe lower, get it in your return, right? Okay. And other people like in other way, other different perspective is that it might teach them to learn how to get a financial responsibility here while using credit card. So the question asks you that what kind of feeling or even do you think it is okay to do so, right? Take your position here and then right, specific reason and examples. I would say that you can raise for some example from personal experience would be great. Yeah, okay. Let you prepare for 5 minutes and then we can turn on the microphone there. Mhm.
Okay. In my opinion, I personally think that having a credit card
Mm-hmm.
in the university isn't a bad idea because it can help students know about the credit card system on the early age of their life so that they can learn how to make use of them in the most effective
Mm-hmm.
because um having a credit card will make them know what is the fee that they need to pay for a credit card when they use it in the
Mm-hmm.
shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that it can help college students realize that whether they should use credit card in this field or not. Also,
Mm.
people that say people who say that that having a credit card at young age may be like take advantage of students since they are low on their cash. I think this statement isn't outweighs the benefit of the having credit cards since
Mm.
although student may have low on cash, still they can many credit card nowadays
Mm.
have a money for about they can be low to about 10,000
Mm.
per
Mm.
month.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Yeah, which I think that still which I think that college student will not spend that much. So
Yep.
I think that although they are low on cash, if we put a put a minimum spend on
Mm-hmm.
them, I think it will not be that bad.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Right. Good. So you say that students should understand how manage their money or money management is a key to before deciding to use a credit card, things like that. And for those people who are using a credit card, I don't think that they can be even financially responsible for just because they feel that they're going to have money to spend much just because it depends on the way that we use in a daily life, right? But
Yes.
I think that it might be an advantage to students too to have such a credit card. The first reason is that I think that it helps students who have low financial right income or things like that. We can understand that everyone have a problem with or facing with this kind of crisis of lack of money, but we need to pay something that necessary for a daily life. So I would say that it is better to provide that. It means that those people who get a credit card, they're going to have a precise or wise way to manage their money or financial responsibility here, right? Just because this one is might cause lots of debt in later return if you are not really focused or even strictly follow the plan that they have to be paid. So to me, based on my experiences, right, I never used while I was in college. I paid cash or I use a debit card, things like that. So it's all about like we have to limit our budget too. But when it comes to working, I think that now I can reflect back again that it is possible way to give a credit card to the student too, just because now we can use like a cashlet. So it means that if you're going to have money, you have a credit card you can use through the transaction, or even it must be easy for them to do so. But anyway, financial responsibility is a key term to teach them how well they can manage their money in the future, or even how well they can spend what money should be spent like that, right? To me, I think it depends on the situation. So if those people have to let's say like to spend money, uh I would say that using or even paying with a credit card might be an option too. Anyway, in return, it might cause a problem if you are not really good at money management here. So that is the reason that we have to teach them how to responsible for financial responsibility here or commitment to do so. Otherwise, if they don't know anything about that, in the future, they can use it and use it in a wrong way too. Yep, that's all for today, right? Okay, good. Nah. So the last question for today นะก่อนไปนะฮะ Good habit improve good habits improve physical and the first one is physical emotional or even financial right okay so what you need to do is that just mention good habit maybe one or two and then try to generate or support the reason why in terms of physical and then emotional or even financial here, right? So understand a good habit means that if you are consistent, consistency is a key, or even if you hard work, right? So you're gonna get pay off soon. Or even if you are really straightforward, what you are thinking, it might good for you, things like that. So just mention good habit here, right? Okay, I'm going to let you prepare. And then if you're ready, just turn on. Yep.
Okay.